gosh and golly. Good morning. Welcome back to the Alexandria Museum of Art. You notice we're back inside again. The holiday closure is all wrapped up. The museum is open for business and well worth visiting. This is Levi Tai Chi School. This is, of course, the morning Qigong form, the Badwan Gin, the 8 silken changes. This will be a regular practice. Beginners, of course, are always welcome. If you're a beginner and want to come, definitely come to the museum so we can teach you in person. It's difficult to teach by remote control. It is Saturday the 9th of January. We are, of course, here by a gracious grant from the Alexandria Museum of Art, plus the gracious and generous use of their facilities up here. And I will say this as well, and I still repeat this a lot because it still shocks me that people doesn't know we have a museum in Alexandria. We have a beautiful museum in Alexandria down here on 2nd and Murray Street downtown. Not hard to get here, just come straight down Murray Street, you can't miss it. But I do want to mention that they opened last night the Pause show. That's in the downstairs galleries. It actually takes up the entire downstairs gallery where the Childhood Classics exhibit was. And it is a great show. We saw it last night at the members opening. It is open now. You really should come see it. It is based around artists' experiences with 2020 in general. It includes mainly the pandemic, but of course everything that's happened in 2020. And it is drawn from a group of artists from 5 parishes around Rapides, including Rapides and around Rapides. So it's very, very local. You won't see works from New York and from California and from so and so, like you do sometime in these bigger shows here. This is a very, very local show, and it is of remarkable quality, and it is some very interesting stuff in here, and names you will probably know if you are at all familiar with the arts scene in Alexandria whatsoever. I myself have 2 pieces in this show, and I am very proud to be included in such a high caliber show. It is top notch. So if you get the chance, do come to the museum, whether for Qigong or not, and check out the Pause show downstairs, first floor gallery. It is well worth perusing and well worth taking your time with. As I was driving up, as usual, trying to come up with something interesting to discuss with y'all this morning, some little tidbit, some little thing or other. And really all I kept coming back to is what we've said many, many times in this class before. This is a tool. Qigong is a weapon you can use against stress, against frustrations, against physical ailment in some cases. It's certainly good for your body, your joints, your mobility. It is not a magic bullet, but it is certainly an effective tool. The cusp of that, though, is that you need to practice. Nothing good comes without some effort. Nothing worth having is easy. And this is fairly easy, let's put it that way. This is not a difficult thing, but it does require about half an hour of your time, preferably daily. If not daily, then weekly, every couple days, whatever you can manage, but it does require your time and effort. And it requires your mental presence, it requires focus, it requires attention, all of which get easier with time. When you practice this form for any length of time, it becomes a habit. It becomes something you need, something your body responds to positively. When I'm doing the at-home videos without the mask, you can't really see me yawn in the mask. But when I'm at home and doing the videos, I guarantee you see me yawn at least 2 or 3 times every class. And that is my physical response to my body relaxing, to becoming calmer. I yawn. There is a marked effect. It takes time, it takes practice, it takes attention, but you get there. And that's the joy of it. This is not a difficult thing to do. It really isn't. I have had class members in these classes in Tai Chi and Qigong, ranging from little bitty kids, preteens, up to people in their late 80s and early 90s. Everyone can do this. You can do it standing, seated, you can do partial. Anyone can do this. It takes your effort to do it, though. And so with that, thank you to Georgia and to Patty for joining me here this morning in person to do this. And thank you at home for joining me, for giving me a little slice of your time to share with you and find some benefit here, find some reward and some comfort. So, since we have this beautiful museum, nice and open, climate controlled, very temperate, well filtered, beautiful surroundings, let's go ahead and take full advantage of it, shall we? Let's begin with our first sow. Wake up, Patty. Don't go too far back. There we go. All right. Deep breath. Lifting the heavens. now gazes backward. Breathe out. Draw both. stars fall to earth. Breathe in. Lion wags tail. heavens and earth and separate heavens and earth. Breathe in. Quan Ti sits on his throne. lastly, stamp the earth. One more. That's the good stuff, isn't it? We said in the beginning of class that nothing worth doing is easy. And the more I think about that, the more it rolls in my head, the more I understand that easy and difficulty, of course, are very relative terms. What we do here is not complicated. It's 8 postures. We repeat them. They're very simple. And if you've ever had a beginner class, you know that in 2 or 3 classes, you've got the whole thing down. It's not difficult per se, at least physically. The mental side is the challenge, and that can be a formidable challenge, especially if you've never practiced mindfulness, meditation, any sort of breathing practices, anything like that. It can be very difficult. All I can do is assure you, it comes with time. You have to practice. It's easy to do. You haven't got to practice for a certain time or a certain day, a certain time of day, a certain manner. Mindfulness practice can be done literally anywhere, anytime that you're awake. And you do it over and over and over again. Like any skill you wish to learn, you've got to repeat it. Repetition breeds familiarity, breeds expertise, breeds focus and ability. So we keep doing it. So, with that in mind, don't give up. Don't you start, Patty. You need to resume Tai Chi. Speaking of, I am actually fixing to go into a meeting with Nancy Knowles, the ops manager here at the museum. We are going to discuss adding on a simple Tai Chi form, either as a standalone class or as an addendum to this class. I don't know how they want to work that, but I know it's just crushing your heart, isn't it? Shonu's over here dancing for me. It's going to be a very simple form. It will be a yang style, so like our Qigong, it'll be very soft, very smooth, and it will confuse George and I very much because we've learned a different yang style form together, and so it's going to be quite a challenge to adapt. But it will be a simple form. Anyone can do it. Like the Qigong, it is soft and smooth. It does require a little more physical effort. And what I would suggest is if we do get this off the ground, it's not guaranteed yet, but if we get it off the ground, if you have the opportunity, attend some of the Qigong classes first. Qigong and Tai Chi are different aspects of the same diamond, different facets, if you will. The Qigong, of course, is mindfulness with physicality as a side process. Tai Chi is very much a physical process. The mindfulness comes with the practice. But I have found in my years of teaching that Qigong, at least a working knowledge of Qigong, is very, very useful for Tai Chi. We tend to incorporate a lot of things in Tai Chi that you learn naturally in Qigong, moving slowly, a certain way of breathing, breathing in time to your movements, certain postures, and of course flexibility. The Tai Chi form that I intend to teach, if we are allowed, will be in that same vein. It will be somewhat short. It will be a limited number of postures, repeated a few times each, but it will be a simpler form. More on that as it comes out, if it does come out. Keep your fingers crossed. If you are interested, as someone has already done, you can write Catherine Pears at the museum here, or Nancy Knowles, or go to their Facebook page or web page and message them that way, and tell them you're interested. Let them know you're excited about this. Let them know you're looking forward to something other than Qigong. You want something fresh and new in the Healthy at AMoA programming. So make your voice heard. Let them know. Otherwise, I'll just do whatever I want to do. You don't want that. All right, I have to meet her in 3 minutes. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me here in person. We have resumed the museum, obviously, every Saturday morning, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, 2nd and Murray Street, 3rd floor gallery, masked, and we are still well distanced here. There's ample space. You can see behind me. There's plenty of room for folks to come in. Please do join us. Shenanigans are happening. You are more than welcome to join us. I certainly hope you do. Beginners are welcome. Advanced practitioners are welcome. Everyone's welcome. Thank you for spending your time with me. I know your time is valuable. I know mine is. I appreciate you sharing a small chunk of your time with me this morning and with us. And I will see you again on the live feed Monday morning, 8 a.m. Central Time. And of course, it'll be posted to Facebook and YouTube after that. Until then, please, as always, stay safe and be well.